Yes, good evening, everyone. It's the lads down the lane. Nigel's laughing already. The sheriff's got a little smirk. Are we having it large tonight or what? 2 games, 2 very contrasting performances, a mixed bag of teams. Let's get into it. Talk about it. Nigel, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm still laughing about what was going on in the back room, but yeah, no, I'm good. Day's been okay, and yeah, looking forward to talking all things Spurs.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Sheriff, how are you, aside from the fishing?
Well, yeah, it's all good, mate. Out in the sunshine today. Lovely, lovely. Only finding the scores out when I come home. I've seen it was 2 draws.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about it. So if you want me to leave, I will go.
Okay, mate. We'll give you a shout later.
I'll just say yes and no at the correct moments.
And I hope you're right.
I can research the teams now, mate. I'll look on my phone what the teams were.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, yeah, 2 games this morning. We'll get into it. I'll go into the chat briefly while you're there, Sheriff, looking up the teams and scroll down with them. Nanny Audits is in the house. Big up, Nanny Audits. Smash a like and subscribe. And subscribe to Pure Coys as well. That'll be fantastic, everyone. Yeah, please subscribe to both channels if you haven't.
Yeah, Nigel's link is pinned at the top.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Mark. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to repeat that because you just said it, Mark, yes. Didn't you? So there you go. Happy days. Never land anywhere you ain't welcome. I am landing in a podcast that I enjoy. Keep it real. We always try, Nita, to keep it as real as possible. As real as possible, Nita.
Some of us are on the beer.
Yeah. Nita again. Hit the like standard before you come in the door. We would appreciate that. We would appreciate it.
Yeah.
There you go. Space in life. Brilliant. This geezer's in the house as well. Big up, Nige. We've got the first member of the Mark Army in tonight.
Yes.
Big up, Mark. Hashtag Mark Army. We've got to get the Nige Army going as well.
Good luck finding a Nige.
And big up to you, Nita, again. So we're at the bottom of the chat. Mark's still looking for the teams, which is all good.
I've seen the first game.
That's it.
I'm surprised about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. Nige, what did you think about the team that played in the first game this morning? What were your thoughts? Was it any different to what you thought it might be?
If I'm honest, yeah, I expected most of the kids to play in the behind closed doors game, just because I thought, obviously going to Luton, people would have paid to go. People are going to want to see the first team. So I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it was a strong lineup, and yeah, it was nice to see. Obviously, the game wasn't the best, but it was a good lineup.
Yeah, brilliant, Mark. I'll come to Mark's opinion in a minute, even though he's going to say yes or no. But
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just going back to the Wickham game.
Evening, Razzle. Big up, Razzle. Hope you're well, mate.
Big up, mate.
Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Thanks for popping in. Yeah. There's another one. Rich.
I'll be honest.
Rich.
Go on, Mark.
There's a few in here. I was expecting all the kids in the behind closed doors one. Pedro Parra, Fuskovic, Romero, Ben Davis.
Oh,
that was the starters. They obviously got subbed off. That's what it says here. Odeberg, Bergvall, Papissar, George Abbott's Young'un, Sonny, and Richarlison. But all the outfield players got substituted.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Did you watch any of the game today, Nige, at all?
I saw the highlights.
Of the first game this morning.
Highlights of the first game. I've seen bits of the second game, but yeah, I saw the highlights of the first game.
Yeah, what were your general thoughts, Nige? Did you see anything that sort of thought things might be changing, or
Because it's difficult to see because I only saw highlights. I didn't actually see how the teams were set up.
Yeah,
But I think from what I was hearing, the passing was slow. I love this comment from Eugene. Yeah, bring back Ange, get him back. I just thought, it's a typical preseason game, wasn't it? I think we're all going to go over the top a little bit. It's like, oh my God, we were
yeah,
awful. But it's preseason. Players are getting fitness. It's a mix of two teams that probably won't start a season. So I just think we just take it as fitness at the moment. Yes, disappointing results in both of them, but for me, it's more getting minutes in the legs. Disappointed with the few players that obviously missed out through injury.
Yeah. Mark, what are your thoughts on the team that you've seen? And even though it was swapped about a lot at half time, what are your thoughts on that? And what you and again, like I said to Nige, what you thought would probably happen?
Well, I thought we'd win both games, to be honest, but how wrong can you be? But it is what it is, I suppose. It's like Nige said, it is pre-season. What's this, a second game? They're still getting minutes in the legs. It's nothing to panic about. Can you remember the seasons when we've gone unbeaten in well, we're still unbeaten, but can you remember the seasons when we've won every pre-season game?
Yeah.
And then starting the season we're absolutely crap.
Yeah.
It's happened many times.
Yeah.
Many times. So I mean, it's still early yet, but when would the final pre-season game be? August or something? It's normally at home, isn't it, against a big team?
Yeah, I know we've got the when we go on the tour, we've got the Newcastle and the Arsenal.
Yeah.
And then there's a Bayern Munich game.
Yeah. Our last pre-season game is normally at the Lane with a fairly big team.
We got the Super Cup, haven't we? 3 days before the season starts.
That's right.
That's effectively our last pre-season friendly, though. It's not really.
That's
right.
I
suppose it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because they've got PSG during the week, haven't they, in the Super Cup, and then the Premier League starts we've got Burnley that weekend.
Yeah. I was going to say, normally the last pre-season game is at home and against someone half sensible.
Yes, normally it is,
So, but I forgot about that Super Cup thing.
I suppose that was before all the old tours started to Asia and all that, though, Mark, wasn't it? I mean,
no, it still is. Even though we go to Asia every year now, there still is. Because remember, didn't we play
Bayern Munich?
It was Bayern Munich, wasn't it? Do with Harry Kane.
Yeah,
we played them twice, didn't we, in a week or something?
Yeah,
played them away and on the tour, then played them again.
Yeah, so I suppose if we hadn't have had this Super Cup game, they'd have probably squeezed in another friendly at home, like you say, Mark, just before the season starting or whatever.
It's normally like the last Saturday or Sunday before the season starts. The following Saturday, there's normally one at home against someone half sensible.
Yeah.
But maybe not this year if we're in that Super Cup thing. But it is what it is. To be honest, I'm certainly not paying £50 to Daniel Levy for the pleasure of watching the pre-season games.
Apparently, the feed is really crap as well. Keeps
is it?
buffering.
Allegedly.
So allegedly.
Is there other ways you watch it?
There was.
That's the only way. That was the only way you can watch Spurs play, isn't it? Isn't it through the internet?
There's Spurs play, but through other countries you could get it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Can you?
Yeah, well, I don't know about every stream. Do you know what I mean? But I saw a couple of names that were being bantered about of TV channels that from other countries that were showing the games this morning. So, yeah, it is what it is. Razzle, you're spot on, mate. 5 days we've got Arsenal.
I believe that's your birthday, mate.
Certainly is, mate. It certainly is. Yeah. There you go. That would be a nice present if we could beat them 1-0 or even draw 0-0. I think I'd be celebrating. But
they signed bloody Gukares today, didn't they?
Oh, mate, can you imagine? He comes in, scores hat-trick against us. Do you know what I mean? You never.
It's all been over Sky Sports.
I just need Romero to smash him in the first 10 minutes.
He does. He needs smashing early doors in that game. He does. You're spot on, Nige. I was talking about this when I was doing the video the other day. Do you know what I mean? How football's changed so much. And those days of a defender putting someone on one in the first minute. Do you know what I mean? So many cameras everywhere now. You've got to be so careful what you do, what you don't.
Pre-season friendly.
You know,
pre-season friendly is ideal time to do it.
No, if he's going to do it now. Yeah, spot on, mate. You're spot on. And I'm not talking about breaking his leg or anything like that, people. I'm talking about old days, hard school football. You know what I mean?
Getting wonder what Graham Roberts is up to these days.
I don't know. He'd do, wouldn't he? You have him on the coaching staff, Mark. Have him on the coaching staff for the defence. He'd sort them out a little bit, wouldn't he?
Trouble is, they get sent off every week.
There is that.
It would now, yeah.
The dark arts of Graham Roberts comes to Spurs in 25.
If in doubt,
there's nothing dark about it.
Let's go back to this one. Big up audio. Sorry, mate.
Yeah,
no intensity at all today. No. Yeah. Big up, Mauler. Cheers, mate. Mauler. Yeah, there weren't much going on at all, was there? To be quite honest with you, I mean, I don't know if you saw or not. Kudos had a couple of little dances down the wing. Don't get me wrong, he weren't nothing special, but at least he was showing you a bit of something about himself. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Not scared to have a go at a defender, you know. And then when he does need the twinkle toes to get out of tight situations or, you know, open up space for other people, little touches that he makes, does that sort of thing for us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, is he better than Brennan Johnson now?
We'll find out, won't we?
I'm just saying.
We'll find out, mate. Depends if you're saying, is he better? Is he going to score 20 goals this year? Or is he going to give you more in attacking areas going forward?
Well, yes.
You can look at it in the different ways, can't you?
Of course.
But there you go, Mark. Yeah. He wanted Dom and BJ, yeah.
Yeah, apparently he landed an elbow on someone, didn't he, I think?
Was he being a bit naughty again, was he?
Apparently so.
Big up, Luke. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well, Luke. Nice to see you, fella. Here we go. Nita's in again. Yeah, media open 10 starts, 3 weeks' time.
Exactly. 3 weeks until the Premier League.
Is that it? 3 weeks?
We got some work to do, haven't we?
Just in a brief answer to Anita's question, as it stands at the moment, with exactly how the transfer window is, pretty much, apart from what Kudos brings to the team, all you're getting extra next season is a coaching team, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's what you're getting at the moment, plus Kudos. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the only way I can answer that. And look, you can only hope the transfer window improves in the next couple of 3 weeks, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Big up, Ed, by the way. Yeah, Eugene. We all know managers don't pick players, otherwise can't they? When long lane, Charleston, I know. Yeah. There you go. It is what it is, mate. It is what it is. Darren, glad you're in, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're well.
Yeah, big up, mate.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
They certainly do.
Yes. You can't put it. That's just in blunt terms, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we all agree on that. Levy and Enoch, as we've all said, need to bring in at least 4 players. Well, we said 3. Well, 3 minimum with 4 or 5 if we can find the right players for the money they want to spend at the right quality.
Yeah.
But they've got to be first teamers coming in to improve the squad generally.
As I've said before, like, what was the point in sacking Ange if we're not going to back Frank?
Well, exactly.
I didn't rate Ange. What's the point if we're just not going to back Frank?
Yeah.
Either back him or, don't bother.
You know what I mean? And it's not as if we ain't got money floating about. I know they always play like the poor man, but there's plenty of money knocking about at Tottenham.
I get you. I get that part of it, Mark. I'm going to come at it from the other side. And before you say anything, I totally agree with you, right? What you've just said. But we have now got a very bloated, if you want to call it, first team squad. You know how risk averse Enoch have always been.
Oh yeah.
Right. And they very rarely buy, like a player in of quality, for argument's sake, before they know that they're getting others out. They wait for the others out first. Then they go looking for their targets, which by then half of them are gone. 3/4 of them are gone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm just playing a bit of devil on that.
This is the worry for me, though, guys, is that apparently we've had a massive shake-up at board level and everything's changed. It's not, is it? 'Cause we're doing exactly the same as we do every year.
All I'm saying is,
why
though,
bring the players in first and then get rid of them?
Yeah, I bet this bloody hotel, evening, Lisa, but I bet the bloody hotel behind the South Stand don't take as long to build as this team. That's that's 1,000,000% guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? That hotel will be done long before this team's finished building.
Will the team ever get finished building? Because you know what'll happen, Mark. You know what'll happen, though, mate, didn't you? All the younger ones that they've bought, the ones that make it as such, that are get to that whatever level if Tottenham's good enough for to be in the first team at that time. You know what I mean? They'll go down that road, and then when they've got there again, they'll stop buying again.
Yeah. And
then it will be on them kids then, as the what's the word? What am I looking for? Senior professionals at the club.
Was it last night's show? Was it last night's show that I said when Potts was there, when we really should have kicked on? Levy was just settled for top 4. That'd do. Just keep bringing in the 60 million every year. Exactly. I ain't got to spend a penny. Happy days. When if we'd have kicked on, we'd have won the league twice. The Leicester and Chelsea years, we could have won both of them, but he didn't do it, and he's never gonna, never ever gonna. No. With this game-changing stadium that we built now, we should be in there for Cucurez, whatever his bloody name is. Yeah. All the top players on God knows what a week. That's what we were promised when this stadium was being built. But
big up, Terry.
Not happened, and it never will happen.
Mark, if we were serious, I ain't being funny now, right? We've got Solanke up front, right? So I'm just going to go on my little rant here. 1 minute and I'm done, right? Because this really does cheese me off, right? We're going into the Champions League. We've got Solanke, who's now currently injured, as our main focal point. And then we've got Richie, right? Who's always injured. And I think he's injured again. Right? So straight away, we've not even got on the plane yet. And our 2 so-called main strikers, are injured. Right? If we was a serious club, mate, now I'll say this. Please, the chat come in, give me another name. I'm going to throw 2 names out there now. Right? If we were serious club, right, we would be all in now. Right, for a Benjamin Sesko, right? We would be all in now for a Dusan Vlahovic to bring a proper player in.
Yeah.
But they won't do it until they know, and they probably won't even go to that level to get a striker, right? Because that's where we need to be, that quality of striker, for the time being. But they won't even do it because they're not sure who's going out the door. They're risk averse. And they just won't do it. They just won't do it.
And this is what does my head in. This is, as much as I hate teams like Chelsea, they just get the job done. They go out, they say, right, we need I mean, they've been rubbish at buying strikers, to be fair. But in every other position, they've been like, right, we need that player. We go get him. If they've got 7 left backs, they've got 7 left backs. Eventually, they sell them on. But Spurs, they just don't. You're right. They just don't do it. It's almost like we have to constantly sell him before we buy. Players have to leave, and it's so frustrating.
Evening, Paul.
Big up, Paul, mate.
Yeah, no, it's the same old nonsense all the time, isn't it?
It is.
It's always been the same. Always been the same. We get to the cusp and it stops. We get to the threshold of doing something big and it stops. The funding is cut off. All right, the last time it was because the stadium was being built. You sort of understand it, but you don't as a fan.
Yeah.
But and it's we just don't act like a big club. We never have. We never have. Even though we're the richest with the most income. Is that right? We got the highest income of any Premier League team with all that goes on.
Probably. If not one of them, Mark. If not, yeah.
Yeah. We're up there anyway.
Yeah, well up there. Yeah.
With all the nonsense that goes on at the new stadium. That I've got no qualms with. I said nonsense then, but they do what they like. As long as it's empty when we play football, I don't give a monkeys what goes on there. Use it every day when we're not playing football if they want. As long as the money goes into the club, for players. But they won't do it. So like I said, the hotel's getting done whenever it gets done, and I bet that's done bloody quicker than the bloody team gets fixed.
So yeah, it's disappointing, but I think we've just got to try and stay positive of the fact that there is still time, but it's just we're always so bloody slow, aren't we, to do anything. We're going. When are we flying out? Monday, Tuesday? I thought we'd have at least Morgan Gibbs White and another one in by now.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
So we're not realistically, we're not going to do anything now transfer wise until we get back from the tour.
There you go.
Very unlikely. Very unlikely.
They said this on Sky Sports. They said this on Sky Sports earlier. Liverpool won the league last season and they spent 300 mil.
Yeah. Well, just so it was on Sky Sports today, just let you know, if you go back to the Cookmasters video the other day, I said this. I said this in the thing. Nigel, I don't know if you've seen it, Mark. Nigel probably backed me up. I said exactly this.
Yeah.
This comment here.
That's obviously where they nicked it from.
Liverpool are a proper teammate at the moment. You know, like we said the other night, everyone's giving it the big un. Yeah, that's Slots won it with Klopp's team. Yeah? All right, fair enough. Yeah? All right, we'll go and give Arnie some backing then. Yeah? We'll pretty much get who he wants in, his first choice players. We'll spend the dough. Yeah? Now we're going to go and show them again next season. It'll be a bit tighter, I think, next season because Arsenal have got Gyökeres, Zupimendi. Man City have been in the market, bought 4 or 5 first teamers in already. That's without anything else they might add as well. 3 proper football teams. Proper. I think as long as Liverpool's players stay fit, they're going to win the league again next year.
Yeah.
I really do. They got some proper quality up there. Proper.
Yeah. I agree, but the only thing is the pressure is on them now. They've won the league. So suddenly they're not whereas before, City were the team that won it most years. There wasn't as much pressure on them. I think Liverpool now, especially spending this much money, will have that expectation that they're going to win it. Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be interesting. I think it's going to be a good season.
All right, they won it last year, but sometimes it's more difficult to retain it, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because you're expected to do it.
And what most people said.
Yeah.
Look what most people said last year. They're like, Klopp's gone. Liverpool, and they're not going to win it this year. They're rebuilding again. They won it. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, to be fair. Big up, Milton.
Yeah, thank you for getting up early.
Yeah, it will be interesting on the front of, because Man City had dropped off a bit, had a bit of a, quiet season last year, even though they finished 3rd still, didn't they? Last season, City?
3rd or 4th, wasn't it?
Wherever it was, anyway. They still finished up there, didn't they? Even though they're dropped off by their standards. They've sort of gone in, bought some, proper players to go in their first 11 or, pretty much anyway. Yeah. And Liverpool have done the same thing with not only the money they've spent, but when you look at those players, you go, oh, yeah. Can see exactly why they've bought them players. And if Isak goes in there as well, mate, God, dear oh dear. They're going to be some side. They are some side, but see what happens. See what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
That's facts, Milton. It seems like it's facts again this season, doesn't it, mate?
Yeah.
You know, no beating around the bush with that comment. It's spot on, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Unless he pulls miracles out. But then again, see, if you're going to get players, just get them in so they can go on tour and stuff. You know, it's no good bringing them in the last week and they got to settle in and adjust to what they got to do and all that. You should have had all, you know, if we're going to bring players in, this should have been done first few weeks of the window. Or it's certainly got to be done by Monday, Tuesday when they fly out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do we know actually when they do fly out? Have we got time to sign someone else?
Well, there's always time, isn't there, Nige? Do you know what I mean?
I'm gonna have a look at it.
Because you never know. Saturday, today, Sunday. I think is it Tuesday or Wednesday they fly out? I could be totally wrong. Could be Friday.
Well, don't they play New? Is it?
Oh no! Hang on a minute. They play Arsenal first on the 31st.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And then they play Newcastle afterwards, do they?
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Arsenal's the first game. Yeah.
And so it's going to be Monday. It's going to be Monday or Tuesday, isn't it? They're not going to fly out Thursday, are they?
No, you would have thought so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Give them sort of a day to acclimatise as well to the hours and all that business.
Do we know if because I know Forest had a friendly today. Do we know if Morgan Gibbs White played in it? Does anyone know in the chat? Because I was trying to look it up then, but I couldn't see.
To be fair, Nige, I've got to say, I don't know if he played today, right? But in my honest appraisal of that comment, I don't give a monkeys because he ain't our player yet.
No, that's
until they announce him, I couldn't give a toss if he's playing for Forest or not. Let's just hope he don't get injured, eh?
Well, he needs to play, doesn't he? He gets some minutes in his legs.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. So if he's their player, you know, like we said the other day, he's probably contracted, Nige. Contracted to that tour within his contract.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So,
well, Forest ain't even on here on the friendlies list, mate.
Is a what?
Nottingham Forest ain't even on the friendlies list I got.
Nottingham Forest.
They're playing Palace, I think, or someone like that. I don't know who they're playing, actually. They're playing somebody abroad. But it might have just been a behind closed doors one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Honestly, don't know.
Audio, I believe he is injured as well. That's all I can say to you. I saw a thing. I was listening to someone who had a stream on, and Takai was walking down the side, and someone said that they said he was injured. So I'm just going by that. I haven't heard it from the horse's mouth, but that was what I heard. Yeah, City finished third. Thanks, Milton.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought they did.
You back on it, Mark? Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to carry on?
Yeah. You just jump in, mate, when you're doing it. It's only so it don't look like I'm fiddling with the screen all the time. Yeah, big up everyone in here, by the way. 43 of you in.
Yeah,
please,
very good.
Sub to both channels, please. Nige is just creeping over the 900, I believe, Nige, or getting close to.
899 and one sub away from 900.
Come on,
well, surely one of you ain't subbed the Nige.
Two of you at least get into 901 at least. Two of you smash the pure coys, get him over the 900. You be that person that gets him there. And smash the like button as well for us. And if you haven't subscribed to us, please subscribe to us. We're chasing down 500. I think we're about 35 short. So that'll be magnificent.
When was the last time I looked, mate?
Yeah, something like that, mate. Something like that. You've got the chat there, Mark, haven't you? You're doing that.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
Fulham Forest played today.
Oh, Fulham.
Mm.
Ah.
Oh, there you go, Jeff. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Hang on, there's another comment here in a minute.
Yeah, big up, Jeff.
Most are playing Fulham at the moment. And
Yeah, he's
good
on the
evening,
bench.
Jeff.
Yeah, good evening, Jeff. Hope you're well, mate.
Yeah,
Hope you're
evening,
well.
Jeff. It was on the again. This was only on Twitter, so who knows? But apparently, Spurs are now trying to get Morgan Gibbs White to push the move if he really wants it, because both clubs are obviously in limbo. They can't really do a lot else.
Yeah.
So Spurs are having to say to him, if you want it, if you want to move to Spurs, you're going to have to start forcing it a little bit.
Oh,
So
we
we'll
have
see what
more
happens.
updates.
Who was that?
On
Was
the
that
bench.
was that a sort of just someone that you've attached to on Twitter, Nigel? Was it a sort of reliable-ish source, or you know?
I don't know how reliable it was. I'd never seen the source before, but thought it was
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Could
yeah.
it could be just someone pissed up in the pub, Nige.
Yeah, most Twitter people are.
Well, yeah, whatever. Innit?
To be
Fair play
fair,
to them.
yeah. To be fair, well, we'll move on a little bit anyway.
Yeah.
Let's chat about the second friendly just briefly because we've touched on the first one. Mark, I know you have you got your team up for your second friendly
Oh,
yet?
yes, hang on a minute. I did look at it, but I forgot what it
There
was.
you go. So we'll come back to you in a minute now, Mark, when you've got your eyes on that. Nige, thoughts on the second friendly today, team that was picked and performance and so on, mate?
Again, strong team. We had Danzo and Mickey van der Ven, centre backs. Obviously, Spence was right back. I think Udogi was in at left back, but then felt something in the warm up. So I think Donnelly went in at left back. Midfield looked strong. Basuma in there. Mikey Moore playing in the hole. Kudos. Obviously, Solanke was out injured as well. So there's another injury, but they're all apparently minor. But you never know with our medical staff, do you? Minor injuries always turn out to be a lot more serious, but I think they're minor. But yeah, it was another strong team, and I expected a lot more. But it is what it is, pre-season. Yeah, Archie Gray playing in at 6.
Yeah, did you think the defence looked a bit more solid today, Nige? Had a bit more shape about it. Like there was when you did look, there was 4 at the back type of thing. Was it a bit more rounded,
Yeah,
if you like?
there wasn't the high line, the usual, high line and inverted fullbacks. It was quite interesting. Just quickly going back to the first game, that you did see Pedro Porro like in the number 10 position a few times. So
Yeah.
whether that's just muscle memory and he shouldn't have been there, or whether Frank's told him to be there, I don't know. But yeah, that was a bit of a concern to me. But second friendly, yeah, I think we seem to look better defensively. Listen, it was a really poor performance all round, really. And, Luton I think they had 12 shots to our 2. So they're much a better side for the most part.
Yeah.
But it is pre-season. It's difficult to judge, isn't it?
I think as well, and I'm not making excuses, by the way. Spurs should be beating Luton. However far we are down our track in pre-season, and they're playing next week or whatever it is, they're 2 rungs below. We should be beating Luton, and the same. Sorry, that was quite a strong team this morning, as far as I'm concerned. And playing against Wickham, yeah, we should be beating Wickham.
Should be.
But straight away we're talking about injuries already. Already one of them in a key position, a doggy, yeah, and we've all been banging on for the last however many weeks. We need someone to come in and give a doggy competition. We don't do that. We'll keep Ben Davies here, dude.
Yeah.
This is where we're at as a club. Do you know what I mean?
What? And if Doggy gets injured, who do we bring in? We bring in Donnelly, who's an attacking midfielder, to play at left back. It's yeah. I think if anything, you know what? And we quite often say, I think people quite often say it during pre-season, especially, and it always seems to be the thing that's thrown out. Nothing ever usually gets done about it, but it just shows how short our squad is. And hopefully, you would think that might make Frank and Levy and Co pull their fingers out a bit and say, all right, we really need to strengthen because we are really short. Whether it does or
Yeah.
not is another question. But
Who goes out on loan from what you've seen today, Nige? When you've actually seen them, now bear in mind, we've already had the conversation, really, it's a fitness exercise, blah, 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 blah. I get that. But, we saw little bits and pieces from players like Bergvall spraying passes about now and again. Do you know what I mean? But it just seemed like last season again where we couldn't do the simple stuff in either game. 5-yard passes going astray.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, I think Mikey Moore needs a loan. I think there's so much talent in there, but I think he needs a loan. I think it would do him the world of good playing men's football. Even if it's just for 6 months a year, he needs to go out on loan for me. I think Donnelly will go out on loan. Again, attacking midfielder, put in at left back. I mean, what's that all about?
Yeah.
This is second season in a row we've done that in pre-season. Suck him in at left back. He's an attacking midfielder. Play him in attacking midfield. Stick someone else at left back. But yeah, I mean, they're the two obvious ones for me. I think there were just so many disappointing performances today. Tao looked really off it as well for me. Gray, I'd send out on loan, but we've spent 40 million, so we're not going to. But for the two, for me, I think Mikey Moore and Donnelly will definitely go out on loan.
Thing is, see now, again, Donnelly's it's just happened to him again, isn't it? Was it the first pre-season game last season? Ange was playing him as a left back as well, wasn't he? Or one of the early pre-season games. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Play players in their proper positions. See what? I'm not Thomas Frank, man. He's probably got an ulterior motive plan going on with a bit of luck. Do you know what I mean? And perhaps he was just forced to put a square peg in a round hole today. I don't know.
Maybe.
Just to give that player game time, like you say, Nige, get fitness in their legs.
Minutes.
Just a bit poor, just a bit disappointed, really. That again, it's exercise, but we should be beating Luton and Wickham. Let's be serious. Come on. Let's be serious.
It is disappointing, especially as Arsenal's our next game. You need a bit of a confidence builder, don't you, to go into that sort of game? And but it is what it is. It is what it is. We go. It's like I said, it's so difficult because it is pre-season, and you don't want to judge too much. But like you say, we should be winning these games. Wickham and Luton. These are games we should be winning quite comfortably, especially with the sides we put out.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the side now.
Go on, Mark.
A lot of them are like, making more. You could say, apart from Jamie Donnelly and maybe Mikey Moore, the rest of them are first team players. Well, even Mikey Moore is sort of, isn't he?
Yeah, first team squad players, you mean, Mark? Yeah.
Yeah. Jamie Donnelly, not so much. But like all the rest of them, Vic, Jed, Danso, Van der Ven, Kudus, Basuma, Mikey Moore, Archie Gray, Brennan Johnson, again Ole, and Matt and Tell.
Yeah.
It's a pretty strong team for the opposition that we were playing against, wasn't it?
And you would have thought that they were just. I know it's only pre-season, we shouldn't panic and all that, but you would have thought that would have been enough to see off Luton. What are they in now? League One? They got relegated again, didn't they?
Yeah, they're League One. Yeah. Straight down, I think, weren't they?
Yeah.
But it's really difficult. It's just like, oh man, it does my Sweden, lads. Honestly,
yeah,
it really does. The importance of getting your players in early is so important. Even before that first game is played, if you've got 4 or 5 targets, try and get 3 of them in. Get them in and get them integrated. At least get 3 of them in. But we just don't do it. We just make it such hard work for ourselves, and it's like in every aspect we get left so far behind. Whether it's pre-season and you get, you're moving further along towards the Premier League season. We get left behind because of transfers that have not come in. We've been left behind as far as Arsenal are concerned with a stadium build and everything else that's going on. They've done it years before. So they're further up that process, if you like, than what we are. Do you know what I mean? Might not have won anything, but they've been very, very consistent for the past 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I just think we're in a position where, yes, we won the Europa League last year, which was fantastic, but we did finish 17th. And as much as we all wanted to see the back of Ange, I don't think we can put it all on him. I think this squad maybe isn't as good as what we thought it was. Definitely better than 17th. But, there are concerns for me in this squad. And I don't think we're going to be strengthening that much. I think we will bring a couple of players in. But I think if we're thinking we're going to challenge for that top 6, I think we're going to be well off it personally.
I ain't even worried about. I said to you lot 7th, didn't I? If he could get us up to 7th or 8th and get us in the conference, even though that might seem like a step down because we've gone Europa into Champions League, next year, pretty much it's going to be on the league position for if we get into Europe. So to me, Conference League, he'd have done well to get 8th. Do you know what I mean? And then we're looking at what's going on at the moment. All right, Newcastle haven't done a lot. Villa haven't done a lot. But
that's a good thing.
Which is a good thing for us. Do you know what I mean? But on a consistency level, are we where they are now with what we've got? Probably a little bit behind, I would say. We could be quite a bit behind when you go in points. 6 points. If you're 6 points behind them, you're 2 games, aren't you? You know what I mean?
No, and Dan's spot on. We haven't seen the squad play, first 11. But do we know what the first 11 is yet? This is the thing. I'm not even sure we know what our first 11 is.
No, that's what he's got to work out, isn't it?
Yeah, and he has got to be given time to work that out. I understand that things don't happen. 2-3 friendly games and boom, everything's implemented. I get that don't happen, and it does take time. There's definitely no doubt. He's got to be good, but at the same time, don't let the geezer drown like you've let all the others drown. Do you know what I mean? You've got at one stage or another, Tottenham have got to back a manager.
Yeah.
With proper players.
It never happens, though.
But, whether it's when Levy's here or when he's not, we have to do it. But we also have to learn when players need to leave. There's instances where players have 2 years on their contract left. And they might have done 4 or 5 years with you. They're on their second contract, 2 years to go. Is it then time that certain players you think, oh, it's time he went now? We need a fresh pair of legs in.
Yeah.
But that next level, the next one up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't do that. We hang on to players forever. We loan them out. We do this. We're just not a serious club, man.
So can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Regarding Johnson, where does Johnson play this season? Because he isn't going to play on the right, is he? Because that's going to be Kudus. So where does he play? Is he a bench player or does he play on the left? Does he play off a striker if we play 2 up front?
His natural position is like a second striker, like Sonny's proper position. That's where he did most of his work, and he was good for Forest at doing that. Like a second striker, playing off the big man. He's not big enough to hold it up on his own. But sort of like Son was with Kane, If you get someone that's good at holding the ball up, flicking it on, putting him through, because he's got the pace. He's not good
a
at
transition player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not good a player as he's not good a finisher as Sonny is. But he was our top scorer last year. All right, they were tap-ins at the back post, but who cares about that?
This is why I asked the question, because yes, he is crap when it comes to taking on men. He cannot beat his man. He's not a pretty footballer to watch in any way, shape, or form. But every time that ball come into the back post, he was always there.
Mhm.
And if it wasn't for him, say what you want, we wouldn't have won the Europa League last year.
That's a
Forget
skill in
about the goal in
itself,
the
man.
final.
That's a
And this
skill
is
in
the thing.
itself, man.
Yeah, and we didn't have that on the left. How many times did the
Yeah.
cross come in from the right? And if Werner was playing, he was stuck up picking his nose or whatever. Sonny didn't get into those positions. Whoever was on the left, tell. Maybe, and I know he's not the answer, but maybe Johnson on the left. And I could already feel the chat just absolutely killing me. But maybe on the left with Johnson for his goals. Because I think it's going to be difficult to leave him out.
Apparently, he was rubbish today on the left.
Yeah, no, apparently he was. But he's always rubbish, but he scores goals.
Yeah. You know, Johnson again, ole, ole.
I think that you'll find that with the amount of games that we've got this season.
Big up, Jose.
Big up, Jose.
Jose.
I think Kudos can't play every game.
No.
Right? He can't. Right? You're talking about 60 odd games this season, whatever it is. Sorry if I don't know the exact number. You're talking about 60 odd games this season with the Champions League, all the cup games, the league games, everything else.
Yeah.
So there's going to be times when Johnson plays on the right. Yeah. Then you've got Kulu coming back. He can play on the right. He can play in the 10. That sort of, he can play as an 8. Right? Yeah. Because of his work rate. Whether he can get round the pitch or not in his system in that position is a different matter. So I just think he's going to play. You'll find all those positions that you just said, Nigel, and what Mark said about Johnson being a second striker. Yeah. I think with Johnson as a second striker, he hasn't got to think about anything. All he needs to know is that he's got to stay onside for the flick. Right? Now, you ain't telling me in training that they don't talk to each other. Do you know what I mean? For argument's sake, the main striker goes up for the header and goes 1. Yeah? Johnson knows on 1 where that ball's going on that flick. So he makes that run. It's just standard.
Kane and Son were telepathic at that.
But Son was very good at it with Kane. Do you know what I mean? Very, very good at assisting as well. And you're right. Johnson's he's not that hold up player, but I think you'll find that you'll see him on the right when Kudos needs a break. You'll see him on the left if they want to switch it up a bit, and have him coming inside, have Kudos coming inside, Porro and whoever it is on the left, the doggy. Anthony Robinson with a bit of luck, bombing down the outside,
This is the other thing, though, isn't it? Is Johnson was really good under Ange because this was Ange's tactics. He wanted his wingmen to get in at the back post. Ange said himself, I'd score a hatful if I played right wing for Spurs because that's exactly how he played. He wasn't too worried about the striker scoring. He wanted his wingers to come in and score. Yeah. Are we going to be playing the same way? So is Johnson going to get the same amount of service if he plays out there? Is he going to be making the same runs? Because different tactics. We might not play the same way.
What a sort of player he is, he'll score from anywhere, in my opinion.
I don't think it makes any difference if he's coming in off the right or off the left or at Forest, Mark, you've mentioned it loads of times that he used to play as a second striker. Mm-hmm. He scored goals at Forest. He might be that sort of, touch and it bloke. Do you know what I mean? Without sort of trying to take on the last man and that sort of thing. With his movement, with a bit of luck, he would have already beat the last man. You know what I mean? But he's got to learn all that sort of stuff again, because
we have a little question there. Anyone know about the bend? Did he get injured or is he injured?
He was ill, apparently.
He was ill.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I should have read the comment below.
Yeah. He was ill before the game.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's why you weren't playing. That's why you weren't playing today.
Yeah. So it's Arsenal next then, mate.
Yeah, isn't it? Arsenal on Thursday.
Nice, easy one.
Be
And I
interesting,
believe
won't it?
they will be unveiling Gokares, whatever his name is. Victor.
You never know. You never know. Just by the way, I know, Mark, I know you haven't got to the comment yet. Yeah, Dan, I know you're spot on, mate. He is a tapping merchant. I'm just throwing, we're just throwing things out there, mate. I know Mark loves him. I'm not his biggest fan, apart from the goals that he scored. And Nige, I'm not sure. On the Johnson front.
It's one of them, isn't it? It's one of them. It depends what you want as a fan. If you want players to get you off your seat, he's not your man. If you want players to score you goals, he is.
There you go. Answers the question, I suppose. Oh dear. Right, so yeah, Arsenal, Newcastle, Bayern Munich, PSG, next 4 games. Any predictions if we don't bring anyone in, let's say?
Hang on a minute, I must stop you. We have
Kuva.
Mr. Kuva in the chat. Big up, sir.
Hope you're well, Kuva.
Good evening. I ain't seen you in chats for ages, mate.
Yeah, I hope you're well, mate.
I hope you're well, bud.
Yeah, let us know you are, man. Let us know you're
Frank
okay.
wants him. The last time we had a manager picking transfers, I was Redknapp. Yeah, that's probably true.
You're about right there, aren't you, Goose? Yeah, Redknapp. Back in the day, Cranchar and, the likes and whatever. Rich, yeah.
Arm out the Range Rover, wasn't it?
Yeah, arm out the Range Rover outside the ground.
Arm out the Range Rover on deadline day.
Who have you signed today, Harry? Who's coming in? Who's close? Yeah, Thanks, Harry. Bye. They were the days.
Would you like to buy a watch out his jacket?
Yeah. They were the days. So yeah, sorry. Yeah. Hope you're well, Kuva. Anyway, mate, hope you're well. Keep in touch, fella.
Just on the back foot and change. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
While Mark's scrolling through the chat, Nige, thoughts? Next 4 games, are we going to see anything different, do you think, if we don't get anyone in? Or is it just going to be same old? Or can you see, maybe tactics playing a part, stronger teams being put out as we gradually, get towards the Super Cup in a couple of weeks' time?
Yeah, you would think as the games go on, you would think Arsenal next, we're going to surely play the strongest side. I mean, I know it's a pre-season friendly, but it's still Arsenal.
Yeah.
So you would think we would go pretty strong. Thing is, we've got to go strong now, haven't we? We can't even beat Wickham and bloody Luton. Now we've got Arsenal, Newcastle, Bayern Munich, and then the Super Cup. So it doesn't get any easier, that's for certain. But I'd expect us to improve. Like I say, it's pre-season, first couple of games. Let's just. Let's see how it goes in the season yet.
Oh, he's back. He's back. And he's back. He's back.
Yeah. I thought you froze out for a minute.
Yeah.
Me? Oh, I don't.
Oh, yeah. The old frozen scenario going on. No, Ed, can you just say that last bit again? Because you froze and I don't think anyone heard what you said.
Oh, I literally said, what we can't do as a fan base is panic if we lose our next 4 games or 3 games, because it is pre-season. It is all about fitness. Yes, it'd be lovely to win every game 5-0, but as long as we're not playing shocking, as long as I'm seeing improvement, then I'm happy.
Yeah, that's fair enough, isn't it, at the end of the day? I think that's all we want to see at the end of the day. A bit of improvement on the pitch, the club trying to be a bit more ambitious in the transfer market. Give us some news. Give us some positive news.
Yeah.
I think that's. I think I'm more. Like you say, Nigel. I think you're right to a point. That it's going to be a build up, but how can it be? You know, you're playing Arsenal. You put out half a team against Arsenal. I'm not saying they're going to put all their first teamers out, but because I don't know how far they are forward, if they are with their preparations. But I'm sure there's going to be players coming in the Arsenal team and in that game, even if it's only for 45 minutes. And they're you know, they've got a pretty strong squad there, Arsenal, to choose from overall. You know? I'm just a bit worried. I don't want us to get pummeled, mate. I don't want us to get pummeled. Well, but then saying that again, would getting pummeled 2 or 3 times in them 4 games, does that then boot the board into, we've got to do something here? Probably not. But, you know, it's so difficult.
I agree.
So difficult. Have we got it in us to go and you know, get to that point where you do go, you think to yourself, oh, come on, we will go all out for Sesko before someone else gets him, for example, you know, or you know, knowing Dusan Vlahovic is on the money that he's on at Juventus, you go and offer him, you know, 200 and bonus payments and get him in. Just get him in, you know. Are we going to do
see
that?
it. I just don't see it.
No.
We're not that club, are we? You know, we've got Solanke's, big up Rich. Solanke's our main man. He's our main striker.
Yeah.
I can't see us bringing anyone in who's going to almost, you know, take his place. I just don't see it. Sadly, I'd love us to bring a Vlahovic in or a Sesko. But, you know, we'll see. Eugene saying Vlahovic isn't good. Vlahovic is a great player. Just needs a club. He needs a proper club. Give him a club. I think he's settled into Premier League football brilliantly. I think he's perfect for Premier League football. You know, let's don't like judging strikers after one season. You know, 18 months. He's not done badly at Juve. You know, he's not been awful. He's done okay. He just hasn't set the world alight.
You have to remember as well, like we was, again, sorry to go back to, you know, I think it was on your show the other night, Nigel, we was talking about there are some players out there, you know, that don't need to be bollocked. They're confidence players.
Yeah.
You know, your strikers, your wingers that you know are twinkle toes or are capable of going past the man. You don't bollock them. You go in there, those confidence players, you go in the changing room. And this is where man management comes in. You'll stick your arm around him and you'll big them up and you'll blow smoke up their arse, because that's the way that you get the best out of them. Do you know what I mean? And if Vlahovic hasn't been having that over in Juventus, he will be crap.
Yeah, I'm not having this. I'm not having Eugene. I love you, mate. But
no, hang on. I ain't got there yet.
I know, but I just want to read it up because it's in my head now. Eugene saying big clubs don't let big players go. Good players go. Of course they do. All clubs let good players go. You know, you can't keep your good players all the time. Sometimes good players go to a club and it doesn't work for them, and they move someone else and they're good again.
Should we answer this quickly?
Yeah, I don't agree with that, mate.
Should we answer this for a bit? Do you guys think Frank is shocked by how bad the squad is? Well, you got to remember it was like the first cut of games, isn't it? They're still sort of coming back from their holidays. You know, I don't think we've seen the best of any of them yet. You know what I mean? It takes a while to build up your fitness, doesn't it? And get minutes in your legs.
Yeah.
And they'll be hard at work at the gym. The main stuff this time of year is the gym work, isn't it?
Yeah, they just start getting the football in their legs now again, don't they?
Yeah.
It's too early to tell, isn't
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. You know, he's going to have, in answer to your question from my point of view, Lee, it's not so much about how bad they are. He's probably thinking in his head, this could be hard work.
Yeah.
Without help. You know, at least all I can say on that point is, Lee, right? He's got all his coaching staff with him. Right? You've not got a mumbo jumbo of Ibs rejects and wherever they come from. Do you know what I mean? Under Ange. He's got his proper coaches there. So those fellas, all of them, whoever they are, Cochrane and so on, that they know the Thomas Frank model. He doesn't have to be on that training pitch. Cochrane knows exactly what Frank wants. But Frank will be out there on the training pitch because he's that type of coach. But at least they're going to be coached. And it will take time for you to see that coaching being implemented on the pitch on a Saturday and on a Wednesday. We haven't got that time, Lee. And that's why we on this channel and others on many other channels have been saying, look, come on, Spurs. You need to get 3/4 in this window that goes straight into that team. That's where we're at with it, Lee. That's where we're at with it. But I think his coaching will improve them, but it's just going to take time for you to see it. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally agree, mate. Yeah, it's going to take time for him to get in amongst them, get rid of all the bad habits from last season, and so they know what they're expected to do, and it's going to be strange to actually be coached for a lot of them.
Yeah, take time to change over, definitely.
Yeah.
And Frank is renowned for starting slow anyway, so
here we go.
Give him time.
Gibbs White came on at half time.
Yeah.
Even more worries.
Yeah, it is what it is, mate. And so 4 games. We've got 4 games. I think we're all agreed that we need some signings in. Regardless of what Frank can do with this lot that we've got now. There's no doubt we need a centre midfielder in as it stands because Morgan Gibbs White's not here. We need a 6 as far as I'm concerned for protection. Yeah. That fella that goes and wins the ball, and if he can't do it, give it to a better player simply to let that player go and do what he's got to do. It's not hard, is it? It really ain't hard when you think about it. Want a left back at some stage, so a doggy's thinking over his shoulder, and if he's not good enough, whoever comes in takes his place, and a doggy fights for his place. I want a striker, and I want a left winger.
Absolutely.
All of those things I want, but it's probably going to take 3 years to get those things if you're lucky. Do you know what I mean?
Should it?
It shouldn't, no. But like you say, like Mark said, we don't move like that, do we?
No, never have done, never will do.
We never will till they're not up here no more. Up that lot upstairs, it's just ain't going to happen.
No. Too risky.
I still have hope, just simply because apparently there has been a shake-up on the board level, and we have got Vinay in now, so I've still got hope that we could change, and in the next couple of weeks, we'll be surprised. But it's just the last couple of weeks for me. It's just been a bit of a letdown, and it just feels like we're going down the same old road again.
Yeah, I think you're spot on, mate. It just seems like we're going that way. And I think the worst thing for us was, Kudos coming in 24 hours later, being announced, Morgan Gibbs White. Do you know what I mean? The Spurs fans are like, wow, best part of 120 million quid. Do you know what I mean? Straight out the door. Looks like we're moving a bit different here. Then all of a sudden, the wheels fall off. The Morgan Gibbs White thing rattles on for 10 days. That's gone silent again now. Haven't heard anything about that at all. Not worth talking about. Anyway, it's just the same stuff coming out. And all we're doing is we've got interest in this player. Do you know what I mean? And we're inquiring about that player. For God's sake, Spurs, sort it out.
Yeah.
Just sort it out. Just boils my piss, mate. Sorry to swear.
Every summer is exactly the same. Every summer.
Yeah.
Every summer. And then you wait till last 2 weeks, there'll be a couple of signings. They'll have no time to integrate with the team, no time to take for Frank to work his magic on him. And then come the start of the season, we'll be in the shit as usual. It's the same every summer. Every summer. We go into it hopeful. Oh, yeah, this is going to be all right. Yeah. But no. It's all to do with the people upstairs. Always has been, always will be. Which is why I hope the protests start as soon as possible.
Yeah.
When the season starts. And they continue and get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Right. Well, I hope this answers. David Ornstein's just put a message out a little while ago. Nottingham Forest in talks with Morgan Gibbs-White about signing a new contract. 25-year-old midfielders' existing terms expire in June 27, and Tottenham Hotspur pushed to secure the England international, but he is poised to stay at Forest in a huge boost for them.
Wow.
There you go.
As I said from the start, we're being used as a pawn to get a bigger contract.
Right.
That would really piss me off if that's the case.
That's a piss take, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, then, not only could Morgan Gibbs-White get his own way, but Marinakis has turned Levy over, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Hasn't he? He's turned him right over, hasn't he? If that's the case. Dear, oh dear.
We will see. We'll find out, I guess, in the next 24 hours.
That's true. What Coos has just put in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm agreed with that. Yeah.
It's second season.
Yeah, it's all about, again, it'll be about the patience of the fans. I'm sure after 10 games, when we ain't won 10 of them, there'll be a load of people out there giving it the big one. Ange done it. Why can't Frank?
Yeah, here we go. And they'll ignore the next season and 3 quarters when we were absolutely crap.
You know what I mean? It's just like, it's madness. Yeah. It is madness. But I don't know where we go from here. It's just like fitness in the legs, like plenty of people have said today. We'd have liked to seen a bit more, from the players on the pitch, a bit more of excitement, maybe a bit of someone doing a bit of something different that encouraged us a little bit, I suppose. But I don't think we really saw that on the pitch today. And as much as it was a leg run out to what I would class as very disappointing results today in both games.
Yeah.
In both games.
Yeah. Terrible results. And if the Morgan Gibbs-White news is true, that is summed up a really bad day, in my opinion. And Spurs need to now move quickly for other options.
Yeah, I've just read out the tweet that came from Ornstein. And that was it. So
if Ornstein's saying it, it's probably true.
Yeah, he's one of the more reliable ones, isn't he?
Yeah. If that's the news that they needed, and they've leaked that, or he's found that information out via the club or whatever, then hopefully the club will just bin it and move on. Because it's telling me they've got 60 million quid, to go and spend on a player. Straight away. Don't go and get me fucking 20, sorry for swearing. Don't go and get me 2 £20 million players and bin the other 20 million for some other project.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, if he's not coming now for the 60 million, you go and get me another centre midfielder, who's on your tick list, and that money's available. Go and buy a proper player. Don't take the piss out of the fans.
Yeah,
that's where I am with it, mate. I'm sorry. It's like 3 weeks of our transfer window, if that's true, gone up in smoke, waiting for someone.
Down the Swanee.
Do you know what I mean? As much as we wanted him, whether we all wanted him or not, nice. That's 3 weeks out of the transfer window. Spurs weren't moving for whatever reason. We don't know what that is for other players. Yeah. And if that news is true, that's 3 weeks of the transfer window pissed up the wall.
Yeah.
To the disadvantage of the manager at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've let the manager down again.
Well, to be honest, you'd like to think though, if he's definitely not coming now, you'd like to think we had other targets. You know what I mean?
You'd like to
Move
think
quickly.
so, right?
Yeah.
Get them done by Monday morning.
Yeah, just sort it now. Just
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah.
You know the money's there, like Mark says, and Nigel. We've all had this chat. Surely they don't only have one target. Do you know what I mean? You know, don't forget over the last week, 10 days or so, there's been a certain midfielder's name that's been cropping up again, and I wonder now, that because he's had that diverted move to Spain and it breaks the chain from Chelsea, would a Conor Gallagher be interested in coming to Spurs? Just throwing it out there. That's all.
Possibly. I'd love Gallagher. I think he'd be a great signing for Spurs.
Well, he's in the ballpark with that sort of money, isn't he?
He is, but he's slightly different to Gibbs White, isn't he? He's not.
Yeah.
Gibbs White is more of a creator as well, whereas Gallagher's more of your not your six. He is more of a box to box, it's like everywhere kind of player. It's going to be interesting to see what we do if that is true. But we definitely need to move in the next 24 hours for me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
it's like you say, we've wasted a couple of weeks on him.
Yeah, it is. Of course, longer than that, Nigel, isn't it? It's been going on longer than that, mate, isn't it?
Well, it's 2 weeks ago Thursday, so it's about 16 days. Yeah,
16 days of the transfer window for nothing. Do you know what I mean? So to me now, they've got to go and get whoever they thought. You know, I know there's been a few other names mentioned. You know, you got talking about the Jashari, is it?
Jashari, yeah.
Is he not? Is he a centre midfielder? Is he a DM?
I think he's more of a 6, but I think he can play a little bit more for. I think he's one that can play anywhere, but apparently they really rate him as a 6. But yeah, get him in. Go and get Harvey Elliott.
Yeah,
and just improve that midfield straight away.
Yeah,
we cannot go into this season with this midfield we got now.
No, definitely not. But that's down to Mr. Levy again. Over to you, Mr. Levy.
Yeah, Mark, can you carry on for a sec? I just got to pop out for a second. Are you all right?
No, you crack on, man.
Be back in a minute.
Yeah, no, you carry on, man. Yeah, so I believe it's all down to Mr. Levy again, Nige. If that is definitely 1,000,000% true, that Gibbs White ain't coming now, you know, he's going to sign a new contract, then surely we must go to plan B, C, and D. Get one of them in. Hopefully, it's Eze.
That would be be okay. We went and got Eze. I'd be okay. Or Grealish.
I'd be all right with that.
We went and got Grealish. I'll be happy with that as well.
Yeah, and him. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Grealish is one of those. All right. How old is Grealish now? 28?
28, 29.
Yeah. I think. You know, would we sign a player on? Well, we signed bloody Perisic, didn't we? Yeah. And he was on big money. But like, I'd have him tomorrow, Jack Grealish, tomorrow. Because he gets a ball at the pitch, wins you a foul, you know, buys time, gives everyone a breather for 30 seconds. Yeah, I'll have him tomorrow. Whether we'll pay his wages or not, probably not. But
it's just a fair,
I'd certainly have him in.
It could end up with nothing.
Yeah, it's the fear of ending up with nothing. And to be honest with you, I'd have Jack Grealish all day long.
Yeah.
Oh, just for, you know, experience. He's been there, done it. Yeah, he had a very quiet season last year, and he did play quite a few games and came on in sub as quite a few games. But I think from the season when they won the treble to when he was playing last season, if I'm correct, they was trying to play him a slightly different way as well. He didn't have as much of an impact in the game as like getting him up the field, like he did in that season. So he's another one. He's an arm round. He's an arm. You're the best, Jack. You're great at what you do. Carry on doing it, mate. And so on.
Yeah.
That he's that type of player again. I can't believe Jack Grealish really responds to a bollocking. Do you know
what I'd do if I was Daniel? Well, if I was Daniel Levy, I'd do a lot of things differently. But if I was Daniel Levy now or Vinay, I would go to Villa. And I know I get laughed at because a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's not going to come to Spurs." But I would go to Villa and I would just say that there you go. There's 70, 80 million, whatever you want for Morgan Rogers, and I'll just try my best to get him in. I'm not saying he'd come. He probably wouldn't, but for me, he's a kind of player that I'd love at Spurs.
Oh, here we go. Sam saying he heard that Gibbs White is 100% Spurs.
Yeah. Samuel, I was just reading the tweet out. I can only report what came out on there. So I was just passing the message on.
I was going to say, the thing is though, you hear there's so many different things. I wonder whether any of it's true. I think it's just make it up just for a story, to be honest, because it just seems there's nothing concrete come out, is there? You know what I mean? There's nothing. Neither Marinakis or Tottenham have said anything, have they?
No, that's just it. That's the thing.
I think generally nowadays, I think there's the social media and, all forms of social media. I think there's people out there that pretend to be ITKs.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about it whatsoever. And they're just, is it clickbaiting? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
They're putting a story out there just to get views or whatever it is. There's a lot of that goes on nowadays, and I think it just depends when someone puts something out. If a more reputable, if you not saying that they're right either, but ITK gets hold of it and then they post it, the story's evolving, getting bigger and bigger, even though it could be the biggest load of crap that's ever walked the earth. Look at the Rodrigo thing.
Yeah.
Look at that, how that gained a bit of traction, even though it was laughable. Do you know what I mean? It was soon flying about. It's and it's I've been at the stage for a long time, and I know Mark has, and I know you probably are, Nigel, that I don't believe nothing until they're at that ground. No. Either one of two things. Actually, with the pen in their hand, and you can see them signing that contract, or number two, the picture with the shirt on, or next to the thing with whoever he's standing with, the manager, whoever it might be. Until I see that, no sod signed for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah. Because, as I've said on many streams, like all these tier 1 ITKs, whatever you call them, right, they only get remembered for the shit that sticks to the wall. Yeah. They do not remember the stuff that slides down and goes on the floor. You know what I mean? And they chuck a lot of shit about. They only get remembered the stuff that sticks. All the stuff that they get wrong is brushed under the carpet. And then when they get something right, after they've chucked 50 pieces of shit at the wall, there we go. Tier 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could come out every day and say so-and-so's linked with somebody. So, if I get one of them right, then suddenly I'm a genius. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You put 100 stories out and one of them comes true. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing's for sure, though. If this is true and if he is staying at Forest, then I think Spurs will not be dealing with Forest again for a while. That's for certain.
We don't want them. Is there any other players we want?
Yeah.
I'd take 3 or 4 of them.
It's probably like a bit like all those other clubs out there, Nigel, that don't want anything to do with Levy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
It's it's madness. It's just like, just Tottenham become a proper club. Give us something to get behind. You know, lift our spirits up a bit. And I don't think the worst thing is, I know we won the Europa last year, but see, I sit here and I'm just thinking, surely we can't be that crap as we was last year in the league.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
You know, and I know Ange was manager. We won the Europa. Different situation, as we know. But 22 losses, man. I don't even think I could suffer 15 this year. Do you know what I mean? I want to be, at least don't lose more than 10, 11, 12 maybe. Give yourself a chance of European football. Do you know what I mean? I just want to see a bit of consistency from us more than anything else.
Yeah.
And not the consistency of getting smashed 4-0 every week either. Do you know what I mean? I just want to see a bit of consistency on that. Not even that, but just that slowly.
Yeah, going up a little bit. It'd be nice.
Yeah, just going up a little bit. It'd be lovely. It'd be fantastic. Anyway, chaps, what else do you want to talk about? Anything else while we're at it?
Is this combined with no mud in the pub, or is it just football chat?
Whatever you want to do, guys, you can carry on.
Man.
You can mud in the pub it. You can do what you want with it, mate. I've literally run out of football talk today. I've tried to listen to commentaries, and we've sat here for the best part of an hour and a half. Thank you, everyone that's been in here. We're going to, I don't know, the lads will decide if we're going to carry on for a bit. 38 of you in here. Please sub to both channels. The two marks, Pure Coys, Nige. Just get over there, smash a sub to us and hit the like button for the stream. We're doing our best, people. We are doing our best.
Yeah.
It's very difficult sometimes,
Well, especially when there's nothing to talk about.
There's not, we've
come. You know what I mean? When there's literally nothing to talk about, it's very difficult to come on and just sort of. It is, isn't it? Because there's.
Yeah.
Look, if we sign Morgan Gibbs-White tomorrow, I promise we'll be on tomorrow.
Oh, we'll be on tomorrow within half an hour of that being announced. We're on.
Yeah.
Any signing. Any signing. Well, not any signing, but I'm saying there's a first team body coming in. Yeah. We're on talking about it.
We're on.
We will be on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
exactly. Do we think Sonny goes quickly?
Yeah, after the Korean tour, I think he'll go.
Yeah, apparently he was a load of shite today. Sorry for swearing, but look, apparently he was rubbish.
I don't think there was really anyone that stood out over the two games, was there? When you really, I mean, Porro in the first game, maybe a bit of crossing coming in, and but like Nige says, it looked like he was, getting into the 10 and, old habits die hard sort of thing and all that. But whether he was asked to carry on doing that, we don't know, do we? We'll find out if he carries on doing it, won't we? Because if he carries on doing it, obviously Thomas Frank said, go on, carry on doing it then. Because he would pull him up, obviously, if he's not where he wants him at a certain time. Or like we were saying the other day, they're going to be learning different stuff from a different coach or a different set of coaches. And it all takes time.
Updates on Gaza. All I heard is he was released from hospital.
Yeah, that's all I've heard. He's home now, apparently. So
let's hope he's well. Big up Gaza if you're watching, son. Hope
absolute legend.
I say, son, same age as us, mate. Near enough, pretty much.
Yeah.
But
second best player I've ever seen play for Tottenham.
Gaza, you're a legend, mate.
Yeah,
always will be. You are a ledge, mate. Just so you know, hope you're looking after yourself, geezer, and get well soon, mate. Get well soon.
Yeah.
For all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, that's about it, mate. We
All right then. Well, yeah, we'll end the stream, people. Thanks very much for being here. Everyone supporting us tonight and supporting Nige as well. We'll get back, give you a bit of content tomorrow at some stage, I'm sure. If we're not all on, a couple of us will be on, whoever it is. So keep out for a lookout for a stream on Nigel's channel tomorrow, or maybe on ours. It just depends how it floats our boat, people. Have a good weekend to you all. And all I can say is, and I think we'll all say it, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Lads down the lane with the pure coys.